The first rule of the Night Council was carved into stone long before any living vampire could remember. A vampire may not love a witch. The second rule was whispered in blood. A king who breaks the first will lose his throne, or his soul. King Alaric Nightborn had ruled the Crimson Dominion for over 3 centuries, and in all that time, he had never questioned the rules. Until the night the forest caught fire with magic. The moon hung low and red when Alaric felt it, a surge of power so sharp it sliced through the stillness of the night. Witch magic. Old magic. The kind that pulsed through the bones of the earth and left even immortal creatures uneasy. He stood on the balcony of his obsidian castle, dark cloak snapping in the wind, eyes glowing faintly crimson. "Again," murmured his general Lucien, stepping beside him. "That forest near the Vale. It's the 3rd time this month." Alaric said nothing. He was already moving. Vampires did not fear witches. They hunted them. Feared them once, long ago, but fear had hardened into law, and law into hatred. Yet this magic felt different, personal. The forest was alive when he arrived. Branches twisted unnaturally, silver runes burning along tree bark, the air humming with energy. At the center stood a woman, barefoot in the dirt, arms raised as light spiraled around her like living flame. She was young, too young to wield power like this, and her dark hair whipped wildly as she struggled to contain the spell she had cast. Alaric should have struck first. Instead, he watched. The spell faltered. The ground cracked. She cried out, dropping to her knees as the magic collapsed inward, sucking the light into her chest. She gasped, hands clutching the earth. And that was when she looked up and met his eyes. Witch green met vampire red. The world stilled. She didn't scream, didn't run. She stared at him as if she'd been waiting. "You're the king," she said hoarsely. Alaric frowned. "You know who I am." "Everyone does," she replied. "The monster with a crown." The insult barely registered. What struck him was the pulse he felt beneath his ribs, a sensation he had not known since before his death. A heartbeat. "What is your name?" he asked. She hesitated. "Elowen." The forest trembled. That name spoken aloud felt dangerous. Elowen was taken to the castle as a prisoner, though the word tasted wrong on Alaric's tongue. Witches captured within vampire lands were executed. That was the rule, but Alaric delayed. "She's unstable," Lucien argued. "Her magic could tear the veil apart. Or strengthen it," Alaric countered. "If controlled." Lucien studied him carefully. "You've never spared a witch before." Alaric's jaw tightened. "I am king, I decide." What he did not say was that every time Elowen looked at him defiant, curious, unafraid, something ancient stirred inside him. Something forbidden. Elowen was locked in a tower room lined with warding sigils. Yet she did not beg, did not plead. When Alaric came to question her, she sat by the window, staring at the moon. "It's beautiful here," she said softly. "For a place built on bones. You should hate this place," he replied. She glanced at him. "I do, but I don't hate you." His breath caught. "You should," he said. "I've ordered the deaths of your kind." "I know." She rose, stepping close enough that the wards flickered uneasily. "And yet, you didn't kill me." "No," he admitted. "Why?" Alaric had no answer. That wouldn't damn him. The days passed. Then weeks. Elowen told him of the Witch Coven, how they once guarded the Vale alongside vampires, before fear turned allies into enemies. How the Night Council rewrote history to justify their war. "Witches didn't curse vampires," she said one night. "We tried to save you from blood madness." "That's a lie," Alaric snapped. She met his gaze steadily. "Then why do you still feel hunger even when you're fed?" The question struck too close. "How do you know?" he demanded. "Because I can feel it," she said quietly. "Your soul is fractured." No one had ever spoken to him like this. No one had ever seen him. It began with small things: shared silence, conversations at dusk, the way her laughter softened the sharp edges of the castle. And then, one night, as a storm raged outside, Elowen collapsed in pain, magic surging uncontrollably from her skin. "The veil is breaking," she gasped. "They're trying to tear it open." "The Coven?" Alaric asked. "No," she whispered. "The Council." Realization hit him like a blade. The Night Council intended to use her magic to open the veil, permanently granting vampires endless blood and dominion over both realms. And Elowen would not survive it. Alaric made his choice in that moment. He broke the rule. He freed her. They fled the castle under moonless skies, pursued by vampires who once swore loyalty to him. In the ruins beyond the veil, Elowen turned to him, eyes shining with unshed tears. "You'll lose everything," she said. "Your throne, your kingdom." "I already lost myself," Alaric replied. "You helped me remember who I was." She reached for him, trembling. "If I stay with you, the magic will bind us, permanently." "I know. Vampires and witches were never meant to bond. Then let us be the mistake that fixes the world." She laughed softly through tears and kissed him. The magic erupted. The bond was agony and ecstasy intertwined her magic, stitching his fractured soul together, his immortality anchoring her power. The veil flared, then sealed stronger than ever. When the Night Council arrived, they found no broken barrier. Only a king kneeling beside a witch, power blazing between them. "You are no longer king," the council declared. Alaric rose, eyes glowing brighter than ever. "Perhaps not." Elowen stepped forward, magic crackling. "But he is no longer alone." The forest answered her call. The earth shook, and for the first time in centuries, vampires felt fear. Legends would later say the Night Council fell that night, that the old laws burned with them. Some say Alaric abdicated the throne. Others whisper he became something new, not vampire, not mortal, but in the quiet places of the world, where magic hums beneath moonlight, witches still tell the same story, that love was the rule meant to be broken, and that the Vampire King chose a witch and saved them both.